I am joined today by Dr. Isabel Vermeulen, and we are here at the Living Tomorrow, and you are part of TomorrowLabs. Tell us about Living Tomorrow and TomorrowLabs.
Yes, thank you, by the way, Norman. We are here in Living Tomorrow, which is an innovation campus, and we actually strive towards bringing different parties, both coming from industry as well as governmental bases, consumer bases, all bringing them together and sparking the discussion about how do we see this future evolve. We are more and more becoming aware that sustainability isn't the topic of the privileged or the activists. It's coming close to our houses. We've seen in the past 3 years aspects happening like COVID, pandemic, like heat waves, like floodings. We're starting to realize that things are happening, that there's something not necessarily wrong in the system, but we need shifts. Set up the discussion using our ambitions and our potential impacts and using it as a positive, collaborative discussion with one another.
Where do you start?
At the beginning, I would say no. But then the question is, what is the beginning?
Yes.
And there lies, I think, the challenge for a lot of companies. There is also a lot of polarized debate in all of it. And the challenge is, how can we step out of it? How can we make sure that we step away from the past? We know that there is a paradigm shift needed at this point. How to step out of past actions and everything, set up the discussion using our ambitions and our potential impacts and using it as a positive, collaborative discussion with one another. And typically when I guide companies, it is about first getting a good look at yourself, finding your own identity. What is my possibility as a company? And stepping from that knowledge into that broader discussion with partners, with stakeholders, and everybody involved. Because only if you step out of the status quo of what is today, you will find these opportunities for yourself or for your partners. That's how you make that shift.
Yeah, and we're here, as we mentioned, at Living Tomorrow. And Living Tomorrow is a physical destination, and it's a place where we can come to see collaboration, see illustrations of what the world looks like. In fact, Extreme has a City of Tomorrow demo area here, and we power the background of all the technologies that are supporting what the TomorrowLab is about. Another asset is your team. So you work with organizations, you're able to go in and really advise people and organizations how to take that first step and move forward with sustainability. So talk about that for a moment.
It's typically, as I stated, we work on different levels. As you just reach out, it's on the one hand with organizations, with the companies themselves, with broader collaborative value chain organizations, as well as building ecosystems ourselves. We do it by making it tangible, by really incorporated the innovations and technology within our building, within our demos, making that future vision possible. And then if we guide clients, it's always about how can we make sure that that ambition that is living within your culture, within your company, within the people that voice it, how make it tangible for the people around you, for the stakeholders, for the consumers, for everybody. And that is typically how you see that link between Tomorrow on the one hand and Living Tomorrow on the other, because we are looking into the strategy, finding the easy steps and make sure that you start that journey of transformation, but also making it very clear for everybody in that system to really also make it tangible and make it real, because we don't want to be stuck in intentions. We don't want to stay onto the alley of, I see that vision, I want to do that. You want to go from the vision to the ground, make it concrete, and do these next steps, because in the end, that is really what the system change is about. It's not only about, stating the vision, it's also about bringing it in practice.
That makes a lot of sense. You know, what we're seeing is how the economics or regulations start to move this entire movement forward. So I'll give you a few examples. In the US or in the EU, in our industry, we're seeing a lot more requests coming in for organizations such as us who design, develop, manufacture, and build the software and the technologies, support it, to prove or provide proof points that we have sustainability initiatives, that we are a responsible organization, because they don't want to regulate, or they want to regulate, or they will not do business or award business to organizations that are not showing those proof points. So A couple of quick examples. We have the lowest powered access point in the industry. It actually is, it's access point that can be powered, same kind of power as an LED light. So very low power. What does that mean? You consume less energy through its life cycle. We also have cradle to grave in terms of a lot of our carbon footprint and how we treat our technologies, our hardware, the manufactured components. But there's a lot we can do. We're really at the beginning. This is an awareness step, I would say, for our industry. So you work with organizations, you're able to go in and really advise people and organizations how to take that first step and move forward with sustainability. So talk about that for a moment.
We work on different levels. As you just reach out, it's on the one hand with organizations, with the companies themselves, with broader collaborative value chain organizations, as well as building ecosystems ourselves. We do it by making it tangible, by really incorporated the innovations and technology within our building, within our demos, making that future vision possible. And that is typically what we're looking for.
What you're seeing. And then the role of energy and the role of energy in a debate or data. These are two big drivers that we see a lot of. What are those roles in sustainability?
If you look at the basis of sustainability and you look into the system, you always have a combination of materials, water, and energy. And energy is a need for all businesses. And we need commonly available renewable energy in the system. And if you don't have it, you see that a lot of sustainable solutions become almost impossible, or you become in a system that you actually can't get to a solution. And there, I think it's very important that we try to make sure that the technology that we use is the right technology and that it uses as least as energy as possible so that we can free up all these energy needs towards creating a puzzle and a system that is actually sustainable.
Yeah, it's great. And, just in closing, what's one word that you would say could be really impactful and leaving a note with all the folks here that are watching?
The one note that I would give is definitely go for identity. Only if you know your own company capabilities and where it can actually go to, then you can be active in an open, constructive debate. So your own identity is key in everything.